guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a tutorial on the look that I'm wearing right now. The eye look is super easy to do. Like, honestly, it is so simple. Like, it does not take long whatsoever. It took about like 5 minutes, if that. So yeah, it's a super simple eye look, and then this really nice glowing skin look as well. Obviously went for natural brows too. Honestly, loving the way my skin looks right now. Like, underneath all of this, you'll see in a bit when I get on with the tutorial, but you'll see underneath my skin looks horrendous, but with this on, it looks almost flawless. So I'm loving that. But yeah, I'm gonna shut up blabbing, guys. But sorry, I've got an itch. All I wanted to say is I hope you're staying safe during lockdown. I hope you're staying at home. Obviously, if you're still in lockdown, I don't know which countries everyone's from, but if you're still in a country where you're in lockdown, please stay at home, and please stay safe. I don't want to blab on for too much longer because I feel like my intros and my outros are always like super long because I never shut up talking. But yeah, I'm just going to get straight on with this tutorial. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, please give the video a thumbs up and make sure you click the subscribe button down below as well, because it would help me out so much. As cheesy as it sounds, yeah, it would just help out a lot, so make sure you click it. Right, enjoy the video, guys. See you later. Alright guys, so I'm starting off with eyes as always. Just gonna brush up my brows. I don't know what this lighting's like, guys. I keep trying different well, not different lighting, it's the same lighting, it's just two soft boxes. I keep trying them in different places just to see what works best, and I don't really know what works best, but you know, we're gonna try. So I'm just going to be going in with the Plouise base. This one is in the shade Rumour, and I'm going to be using the Peaches and Cream PC52 brush. I always use this brush to carve out my brows and to apply my base to the lid as well. So that's what we're going to be doing. So I've not filled my brows in because I'm going to be doing that later on. You'll notice on my channel the order in which I do my makeup tends to change, mostly to do with brows. Like, I tend to always do eyes before skin, but my brows tend to change depending on what kind of look I'm going for. So most of the time I'll do them first, like most of the time I'll do like brows, eyes, skin, or eyes, brows, skin. I hardly ever do like eyes, skin and then brows, but you'll see why in a little bit. Okay, so we've got our base on the eyes now, and for eyeshadow I'm going to be using the, you've been using this palette literally non-stop recently. I'm going to be using the BPerfect Stacey Marie Carnival XL Pro palette. This is what it looks like. It's absolutely beautiful inside, and she's bringing out a new collection as well, which I need that collection when it's released. So I'm going to start off with this shade right here, which is the shade Hall. I don't know if I had that in shot then. So I'm going to start off with the shade Hall. It's just like a really rich, like chocolatey kind of brown. And I'm going to be applying this with the Makeup Geek brush. It's just called a Define Crease brush. They don't have numbers, but it looks like this, just a really small crease brush. And I'm just going to go straight into the crease and just blend that out. So I'm just going to go in windshield wiper motions and get that in the crease. I always like to start off as well more in the centre, so I can blend out to either side rather than starting like on the inner corner or on the outer corner, because it just makes it harder to blend without going like too out, if that makes sense. And now I'm just going to start concentrating it on the outer corner of the eye. Just really packing that colour on there. So that's what we're working with at the moment. Looks so cute, I know. So I'm now going to go in with this shade right here, just above it. This is called Basic. It's just a lighter brown shade, which will be really nice just to blend this one out. And I'm going to use a Zoeva 227 brush. It just looks like this. It's just a bit of a bigger blending brush. And I'm just going to go right over the top of that and blend that out on the edges. I'm just going to keep blending that out just until I'm happy with it, and I'm going to go back and forth between the shades until I've got the depth and the like a nice fade to it. By the way, how's everyone else's day going? Because mine hasn't really gone as planned. I sat down earlier, I was like, right, I'm going to film, got everything set up ready, and then I was like, right, I'm a bit hungry, I'm going to get some lunch first. And then Daniel, my boyfriend, was just like, well, not even after I finished, I've not even started making my lunch, and he came and he's like, oh, can you cut my hair? Wasn't best pleased, if I'm completely honest. And one thing I will say is, don't think it's something I will ever do again. I'm not a hairdresser, I can't cut hair. It was a nightmare. It looks okay, it's not terrible, but still, I didn't enjoy doing it. Never again, never again. I'm now just taking a bigger, fluffier brush, no product on this, it's a completely clean brush, stained though, and I'm just blending the edges out. And I'm just going to take a brown eyeliner pencil. This is Costa Riche from MAC, just ignore the tip of it, it always gets squashed by the lid, I don't know why. I'm just going to run this along the lash line. You don't need to be too neat with this because it's going to get blended out anyway, so. And then I'm just going to take this shade right here at the bottom, it's called Intuition, it's just the darkest brown in the palette, and I'm going to be using this on a Zoever 237 brush. It's a really small detailer brush. I've not even got line shot then. It's a really small detailer brush. I just like this for sort of blending anything out on the lash line because it's nice and petite, so you get me. I'm just going to blend that out. I'm also going to take a tiny bit of that shade on the smaller brush we used from Makeup Geek and just sort of blend that on the outer corner and into the crease just slightly. And then for the lid, like this is such a quick eye look, I swear to God. For the lid, I'm just going to go in with the Peaches and Cream pigment in the shade Gatsby. It's just a really pretty gold, honestly one of my favourite pigments ever. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to spray my brush with some, I call it Fix Plus Thin. This is the, well, it's just any setting spray. Mine's one from Makeup Revolution. It's the Glass Glow Fix setting spray, but you can use literally any setting spray, it doesn't matter. So I just pick some of that up on the brush first, spray the brush. I usually go and pick up a little bit more after that. Then I'm just going to press this onto the lid. Just like this, you can see this is such a stunning shade, I cannot get over it. And this is without using any like actual glitter glue, like can we just, I just can't. Anyways, I'm just going back in now with the smaller crease brush we were using. I've not picked any extra product up, I'm just blending out the edges. I didn't want to do like a proper like actual cut crease, so instead I'm just going back in now just to deepen that up and then touching any areas up with Gatsby and just keep going back and forth until you're happy. And then I'm also just going to take the really small detail brush with the darkest brown shade again. Just run that over the lash line just to bring that colour back through. I love a smoky lash line, always have, always will. That's what it's looking like so far. Like that was just like a super really quick eye look, if I'm honest. Like all I need to do now is pop some mascara and lashes on and do my under eye and do my other eye. But I'm going to go and do my other eye and pop some lashes on off of camera. I'm waving this brush around like it's a magic wand and it's not. And then I'm going to come back on camera and do my skin and the under eye area. So I'll be right back. I'm back, so I've done the other eye and I've popped some false lashes on. These are the style Escape from Prima Lash. At the minute they're one of my absolute favourite lashes because I feel like they're just nice and fluffy, but they're not too long. Don't get me wrong, I love a long lash, but I do actually have to wear glasses because like my eyesight's really bad. So when I've got my glasses on, obviously I don't want anything too long. So Escape from Prima Lash, for any of my girls and guys that are watching that wear glasses, the style, just saying. So I'm going to go on to skin now. So I'm going to start off with I can't even remember what this is actually called. It's the Illamasqua Matte Veil, and I know what you're thinking. Ellen, since when have you done matte skin? You always do glowy skin. I know, right, okay, and I'm going to glow it up again with like highlight and stuff, but I used this yesterday for the first time in like forever, and oh my god, my skin looked amazing. Like, as amazing as it can do with all these like spots and everything that I've got at the minute, but it looked like, it just looked so good. Like, I can't even begin to explain. Like, my skin just looked so smooth. So yeah, I'm gonna use that again today because I was really impressed. So Illamasqua Matte Veil, just saying. I think what I liked about it as well is it wasn't too like dry on the skin. You get me? Didn't feel really drying on the skin, which is what I like about it. I wouldn't know, I can't, to be fair, because I put my highlighter and stuff on, I can't really say whether or not it made my skin look matte. Usually I don't like matte skin, but I really liked my skin yesterday. So we're doing it again today. And then for foundation, I'm going to be going in with the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate foundation, but I am going to have to mix my shades because this is currently too light, this is currently too dark. This is my like fake tan shade, this is my natural shade, and I'm sort of on that in between where my fake tan has started to wear off, so I'm not quite as pale as this yet, but I am definitely not as tan as this. So I'm going to mix the two together. Get a bit of like best of both worlds going on. Come on, like Hannah Montana, where you at? I'm going to shut up because I'm like super cringy sometimes. I'm actually just going to dot this all over my face. What's everyone else been up to in quarantine, by the way? What's everyone been doing? Because I don't know about other countries. I'm sure in Australia they've started to get back to normal slightly, but here in the UK we're still in lockdown. But yeah, so how's everyone getting on with it? What's everyone doing to keep themselves occupied? Is everyone okay? Obviously I know this is really hard for some people, that you can't, like, people can't see their friends and family, and I understand that that's really difficult. So I hope everyone's doing okay. I hope everyone's being like staying safe and staying at home as well, because that is really important. And obviously some people aren't following the social distancing rules. Shame on you. Just saying, you need to be following these social distancing rules and staying at home and staying safe. Like, just because if you got coronavirus you'd be okay doesn't mean that's the same for other people. So for example, if you think like, oh, I don't care if I get it, I'll be fine, like, I'll be okay, but that's not the point. The point is you could pass it on to someone that won't be okay. So, you know, make sure you are following social distancing rules, basically. Sorry, I forgot to say, I've just been blending that in with the Peaches and Cream PC19 brush. Did not mention that at all, sorry. And as always, you can tell because it looks so bad, I've not really I've not really taken any concealer. I've not really taken any foundation right underneath my eyes, just because I'm going to be putting concealer there. So I don't like to be putting too much product right underneath my eyes, because obviously it can look quite heavy and quite cakey, and the skin around the eye is obviously quite thin and it's really sensitive. So you don't want to be overloading that with too much product. So I try to not take my foundation too close to my under eye and just leave that for concealer instead, which I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to take the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealer. This is the shade C5, underneath the eyes, chin and forehead. And I'm just going to blend that out with the Peaches and Cream PC27 brush. This is also like really strange for me as well, because usually I would do my under eye with eyeshadow before I did my skin, but I'm not today because I'm trying something new out. Just a new technique, nothing exciting. I mean, it's makeup, so it's always exciting. I don't know if you can tell or not on camera, but I mean, I can, like, my skin is already looking so smooth from the primer underneath. Like, I'm loving it. Okay, we need to bronze up the skin because I'm looking really pale and I'm not enjoying it. So I'm going with Makeup Revolution Fast-Based Foundation Stick. This is in the shade F13. Obviously, it's to like cream bronze / cream contour. I'm just going to put some underneath the lip, down the nose, and obviously underneath the cheekbones. And around the hairline too. I'm also gonna, I don't do this all the time, but I am today, I'm just gonna take some along the jawline as well, because I'm gonna try and make my jaw look a little bit more defined. And this is the finished look. Said every like beauty YouTuber when they got to this stage. So I'm just gonna blend that out now. I'm gonna use the Peaches and Cream PC18 brush to do that. I absolutely love the Peaches and Cream brushes. I don't really have any eye brushes, but I have the face brushes and oh my god, they are amazing. I want to try some more face brushes, and I also want to try the eye brushes as well. I absolutely love Peaches and Cream. The one on the jawline as well, after blending it out slightly, I tend to go back in with my foundation brush just to help to blend it in a bit more, because obviously I don't want it to be too strong in that area, because we're going to look like we've got like that dark line between the face and the neck, which is not cute. When I'm doing this as well, when I'm blending out my cream contour bronzer, whatever you want to call it, I kind of use more of a patting motion. So I'm like buffing it into the skin rather than swiping it, because if you sort of just try and like swipe it everywhere, all you're really going to do is sort of lift up the foundation that you've put underneath. Now, one thing I do like about using a foundation for this kind of thing, for cream contour bronzer, is you are going to give yourself a bit more coverage if you do need it as well. So especially like for me on my cheeks, I do tend to get quite a few spots in that area, so it is quite nice to be able to get a bit more coverage there. I am also making sure I blend that in right on the sides here, like on my temples. And I want it to be quite bronzy in this area too. So for powder now, I'm just going to use the MAC Cosmetics Studio Careblend powder. I absolutely love this powder just because it feels really, really silky and smooth. When I used to work at MAC, this was one of my favourite powders to use, and if anyone really came in for a setting powder, this was like my favourite one to show them, especially if they said they had dry skin. Literally, as soon as you just swatch it, that's one thing I always used to get my customers to do. I'd just be like, literally just feel the powder, like just swatch it, and they'd be like, oh my god. I'd be like, I know, it just feels so silky and smooth, and like just, it doesn't feel dry whatsoever. And as you can see, it's not completely like mattifying and making my face look like flat and matte and dry. Like it's still, you've still got a bit of a glow, and that's why I absolutely love this powder. Just see. So I'm going to bronze up a bit more now. Yes, we did cream bronzer, of course we've got to do powder bronzer as well. I mean, I might be pale, but I can fake it as much as I can until maybe one day I get a proper tan. That's the one side thing. Oh, by the way, for bronzer, before I carry on rambling, I'm using the Milani Baked bronzer in the shade Dolce. It looks like this. And I'm using a MAC 135 brush just to apply that. One thing that I'm kind of sad about missing out on this year, I won't be able to go on a holiday. That's like such first world problems, Ellen, shut up. Like, there's so much worse things going on in the world right now, but still, I want a holiday. I want a tan. I want like a real tan, like a natural tan. I know we've had really nice weather in the UK, right? But for some reason, I will not tan in the UK. Does not matter how long I've been out in the sun in the UK. Can't get tan. And I say this to some people, like some people get it, some people are the same, and other people are like, what are you talking about? Like 20 degrees here and 20 degrees abroad, or like whatever, is the exact same. I'm like, but it's different. It's different. I am also just blending that right into my, like on the temples, and bringing it back into the hairline. This is why I didn't do my brows first. Oh, my dog's barking. Don't know what he's barking at. So now I'm feeling a little bit more bronzed up. I'm just going to go in with blusher, and this is the Milani blusher. This is the Milani blusher in the shade Luminoso. It's this really nice, if I can open it, it's just this really nice like peach shade, and I'm obsessed. So I'm just using this on a Real Techniques blush brush. That is literally what the brush is called. They don't have numbers. I'm obsessed with this colour. So to say I used to like not like blush, and I'm now obsessed with it. Especially this one. So I'm just going to now go in with highlighter. I'm going to use MAC Oh Darling highlighter, and this is just a brush from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I don't know the number because it's worn off, but it just looks like this. I think it's like the first brush other than a brow brush that they released. I'm just putting that on the cheekbones. I'm obsessed. So I just need to do my brows, under eye and lip now. So for my brows I'm going to use the MAC Maximiser. Always use this in my brows, it's just amazing. I'm going for quite a natural brow today, so this is literally all I'm going to put through them. I'm just going to brush it through the brows. And then just sort of pressing that up and onto the skin just to flatten them and making them look a little bit fluffier and fuller, like so. And then for the under eye, so I'm just going to go back in with the Carnival palette. I'm pretty much just going to take the same shades we've already used. So the smaller brush from Zoevo, and this is the darkest brown shade, and I'm just going to put this on the lower lash line. I'm just basically blending all that out now. I just wanted to go nice and like natural-ish on the lower lash line. I don't want to go too heavy with the shadow. And then for lips now, so I'm going to take Stripdown from MAC, Yash lipstick from MAC, and it's just like honey, also from MAC. This was in the Mariah Carey collection. Obviously they don't do that anymore, sorry guys, but I really like the colour. Last but not least, got a spray sun setting spray. This is the Makeup Revolution Glass Glow Fix Ultimate Glow Dewy Fixing Spray. Why do they have to have such long names? Love this. And there we go guys, that is the finished look. So I feel like that was like such a simple look, but it gives like such a nice effect like with the gold on the eyes. I absolutely love this look, and I'm loving how my skin looks, because what spots? Where have all those spots gone? I really wish my skin looked like this all the time. But yeah, that's the finished look guys. I don't want to ramble on for too much, but there we have it. So if you do like this look, please give the video a thumbs up. Also make sure you leave any suggestions for videos you want to see in the future in the comment section down below. Let me know what you just think of this look as well, and let me know what you've been up to during lockdown, because I would love to hear what you've been doing to keep yourself sane and to keep yourself busy. But yeah, I've not really got much else to say, so I'm going to love you and leave you, but make sure you do give the video a thumbs up like I said. Also, if you haven't already, click that little subscription box down below, because it is a huge help to me. Like honestly, it would mean so much. I just want to grow whatever this little beauty channel is as much as I can, because I really enjoy making these videos. So yeah, I'll shut up now. Bye guys.